Winds news time 11:11. Let's get you where you need to go. Here's Kelly Dillon.
In Manhattan, a crash is on the southbound Henry Hudson Parkway into the 140s. The two right lanes are out. Traffic back into the 150s here. So go with the east side. It's better. But keep in mind on the FDR both ways into the teens, construction work is setting up, starting to back up traffic. We are getting busy now in Queens on the southbound Van Wyck into Roosevelt Ave. A stalled car is stuck in the right lane. Then farther south into Hillside Ave, 2 lanes of road work setting up. It's at a standstill. The westbound BQE in Brooklyn, a mess at Atlantic Ave with construction now knocking out 1 lane here. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. At the George, both ways, the upper and lower levels, they're looking all right still. No delays or problems at the Lincoln or Holland. Eastbound Route 3 at Passaic Ave in Clifton tonight. We do have the right lane out and the exit ramps also shut down. Earlier today, we had a tractor trailer that went into a building there, so the cleanup does continue. Some slight rubbernecking. Kelly Dillon, 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist Brian Thompson.
Outside of a shower in spots early, much of the night tonight's going to be dry. We'll have a partly to mostly cloudy sky, a low close to 60 degrees. A pretty warm night for the middle of April, and we'll be breezy and even warmer tomorrow with times of sun to clouds. Can't rule out an afternoon thunderstorm, a high of 82. Maybe an early shower tomorrow night. Otherwise, a summer-like night with some clouds around and a low of 68. And Wednesday still very summer-like, and we could be looking at record warmth with clouds and occasional sun. Still the risk for an afternoon thunderstorm with a high Wednesday of 88. That would break the record high in Central Park, which is 87, set in 1941. Still quite warm on Thursday with some sunshine and a high of 86. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
74 degrees and cloudy. We're going down to 60 in Midtown. An embattled congressman who is usually the frontrunner for California governor is resigning from the House.
One day after announcing he was suspending his campaign for governor of California, and with new sexual assault and misconduct allegations being levied against him, Eric Swalwell announcing he is resigning from Congress. In a social media post, Swalwell writing, quote, "I am aware of efforts to bring an immediate expulsion vote against me and other members. Expelling anyone in Congress without due process within days of an allegation being made is wrong," end quote. Then he goes on to say for his constituents, he will resign from Congress. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Another congressman caught up in this who is facing an expulsion vote, Republican Tony Gonzalez of Texas, also announcing he will retire from Congress tomorrow. Gonzalez had already said he would not seek re-election after admitting to an affair with a staff member who later died by suicide. More than 1,000 movie actors, writers, directors, and other Hollywood professionals announcing their unequivocal opposition to the proposed Paramount merger with Warner Brothers Discovery. Outlined in an open letter arguing it would further reduce jobs in movies in an already downsized Hollywood. Among them, Kristen Stewart, J.J. Abrams, Joaquin Phoenix, and many more against the $111 billion deal that would consolidate 2 legacy studios into one, placing them in the hands of the billionaire Ellison family, supporters of President Trump who are reportedly seeking funding from sovereign wealth funds in the Gulf states to secure their deal. We're learning more about the man who is accused in the Molotov cocktail attack on the home of OpenAI CEO. He is now facing an additional charge of attempted murder.
Court documents allege Daniel Moreno Gama, accused of throwing the incendiary device at Sam Altman's San Francisco home, was opposed to artificial intelligence and had a list of other AI executives.
I am surprised.
Moreno Gama's neighbor in suburban Houston, Stephanie Brosovin, who said she's a little disturbed.
But I don't know that, I didn't feel that we were in any kind of danger.
Moreno Gama has been charged with possession of an unregistered firearm and damage and destruction of property by means of explosives.
Correspondent Michael Toscano. Your city, your station, in your pocket. Take 1010 Winds everywhere.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
74 degrees, cloudy at 11:20. I'm Lane DeJardi, and here's what's happening. Funeral service tonight for the 7-month-old baby girl killed in Brooklyn gun violence. New safety features rolled out for kids playing the online game Roblox. The deal's been made to bring the Rainbow Pride flag back to the flagpoles at the Stonewall National Monument. Nassau County leaders are ramping up a recruitment drive for desperately needed volunteer firefighters. Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn wants you to come visit before someone you know is buried there. Sports, Yankees win, Rangers lose, Mets in L.A. AccuWeather says the shower in spots early, otherwise partly to mostly cloudy tonight. Low near 60, times the sun and clouds tomorrow, breezy and even warmer in the afternoon, high 82. When's news time, 11:21. Let's get you where you need to go. Here's Kelly Dillon.
We've got a mess in Manhattan tonight on the southbound Henry Hudson Parkway first. We've got an accident in the two right lanes into the 140s. Again, that is backing up traffic into the 150s. And then northbound, a new accident into the 150s, backing up traffic through the 140s. So skip the west side, go with the FDR. It's moving better. Just keep in mind both ways. The FDR drive into the teens in each direction. Overnight road work is setting up, and it is at a standstill. Now, here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. The westbound Northern State at New Hyde Park Road in North Hempstead. A stalled car is in the right lane now. And then eastbound exit 33 for the Wantagh State Parkway. Everything closed indeed toward 4 construction work. So the LIE is the way to go. Southern State Parkway, not too bad tonight. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The Verrazano upper decks both ways closed for overnight construction. Lower decks are open, but at a standstill. Outer bridge crossing into Jersey, very slow with right lane construction. So the Goethals Bridge will be the better option. Kelly Dillon, 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
The funeral service tonight for the 7-month-old baby girl killed in Brooklyn gun violence. Reverend Al Sharpton presented the eulogy for KRA Patterson Moore at Cornerstone Baptist Church in Bed-Stuy, where family members gathered to say goodbye, including the child's uncle, Michael Moore.
I did all the crying already, so there's no more crying. I just got to take it one day at a time and just be there for my family, my mom, my sister, both my sisters.
This mourner also came out to support the family.
You know, I'm a dad myself, and, you know, those kids are around me all the time, and as well as, you know, the family here, we're going through this, and it's just so surreal. It's unbelievable.
Little K-Ray was sitting in a stroller when a gunman riding on the back of a moped opened fire on her family at the corner of Humboldt and Moore. Her 2-year-old brother also grazed. 2 arrests have been made. The popular gaming app Roblox taking steps to protect its youngest users amid various social media bans happening in the U.S. and around the world.
The move comes as Roblox faces several lawsuits alleging the global gaming phenomenon fails to protect kids from online predators. Eliza Jacobs is the platform's VP of Safety Product Policy.
So these accounts will have chat off by default. They will have games that are either in our minimal or mild rating, and the games will have completed a 3-step verification process where we're looking at the developer and the games themselves to make sure they're suitable for these youngest users.
Roblox kids and select accounts for ages 9 to 15 will require age verification and give parents more control to block specific games and manage direct chat features. Marla Diamond, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Still no arrest made in the Saturday night shooting at a Chick-fil-A on Route 22 in Union, New Jersey. The person killed has been identified as 23-year-old Malek Shepard of New York City. No borough mentioned. He was a customer of the restaurant, pronounced dead at the scene. 6 other victims taken to area hospitals with injuries that are not life-threatening. The shooting is believed to be a targeted incident. The day after Mayor Mamdani announced plans to move forward on a campaign promise to operate city-owned grocery stores. People in East Harlem talking about the plan to open it up in their neighborhood.
Edwin lives in East Harlem. He says he'll go to Costco and shops around for lower prices. But for people who have to stay more local, Mayor Mamdani's city-run grocery store is a good idea.
If he do what he says he's going to do as far as making the prices cheaper for the eggs and what people can afford food, they don't have to make a decision whether it's my medicine or I'm going to eat.
The mayor announced plans to build it under the Metro North line on Park Avenue near La Marqueta. Margie is on board, but with some questions.
But I mean, for the people, I guess it would be great, but I guess, yeah, who's going to pay for it? So
the taxpayer?
The taxpayer, like us.
Juliet Papa, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
New Gallup poll finds more American workers are experimenting with AI in their jobs, but many remain skeptical about it.
The poll found that 4 in 10 workers say their organizations have adopted AI tools or technology to improve organizational practices. About 2/3 of those workers say AI has had an extremely or somewhat positive impact on their individual productivity, with those in management positions trending more positive There's also been an uptick in alarm that the new technologies will replace workers' jobs. Many who are not using AI say they prefer to work without it, have ethical opposition to the technology, or worry about data privacy. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
74 degrees, cloudy, going down to 60 in Midtown. Now, Bloomberg Money Watch.
March, usually the kickoff to the all-important spring home buying season, but this year, because of sky-high home prices, elevated mortgage rates around 6.4%, and jitters about the war in Iran, sales of existing homes in March fell to the lowest level in 9 months. Despite failed weekend peace talks, turned out to be a pretty strong day for Wall Street. That's after President Trump said Iran wants to, quote, make a deal with the U.S., and after the U.S. Navy began its own blockade of ships in the Strait of Hormuz. That helped turn around some earlier losses on Wall Street. The Dow today up 302 points. The Nasdaq up 281. The S&P up 69, and oil closing at $99 a barrel. I'm Tom Busby, Bloomberg.